Midlife crisis in marriage. So, we are talking about a lot of midlife problems, and midlife is something which starts about 30, 35 plus. For some, it starts at 40s, for some, it starts at 45, for some, it might start late 50s also. However, marriage plays a very important role in all women's life. And let's see what are some of the problems which arises in midlife because of marriage. Marriage is one part of life. It is not the entire part of one's life. That is what society has overhyped about marriage. So the first understanding is marriage is one part of each one's life, and if we put all the expectation in that one bucket, definitely we are going to get disappointed. So now let's look into what are the different challenges we face in midlife in the institution called marriage. So married couples often develop bad habits. That can be leading to a lot of other challenges. Some people marry very young and share good and bad times, have a family, and then suddenly they start beginning to fight. And they live like roommates, and they start having sex less, marital life, and they feel alone when they are with their partner also. So what happens? Generally, if you recognize a problem in your relationship and are willing to take steps to change your bad habits, you can fix the midlife crisis in one area called marriage. However, it takes two to make a marriage work. So if one spouse has his or her effort to fix a marriage, it's very difficult to come together and solve midlife crisis in marriage. So the number one issue in any marriage is communication issues. The most common complaint among married couple is lack of communication. Many couples put up with problems rather than sitting and talking about it and try to fix them. In the beginning, each one agree that the man will earn money and the woman will take care of the house and kids. But when they face a lot of financial issues or other issues, emotional issues, they have to negotiate. And then it becomes inevitable for the wife to earn money for the husband or for the family also. So the issue is whether the spouses can listen to each other's complaints without interrupting or getting defensive and reach a new consensus. The second problem is ignoring boundaries. It's not common for one spouse to try to change himself or herself. It's very common that each one tries to change the other one, whether it's a husband or the wife. The husband wants to change the wife's habits, and the wife wants to change the husband's habits, which results in problem. So whether it's how he or she dresses or about fundamental beliefs trying to change your spouse, it's like invading each other's privacy, and this might trigger a lot of defensiveness. Overstepping boundaries can destroy mutual trust, and when a marriage loses trust, everything goes for a toss. The result is retaliation or withdrawal from relationship. The major problem, bad habit in a marriage in midlife is lack of sexual intimacy. There's a lot of recent couples lose interest in sex, ranging from medical problems to emotional issues. Generally, sexual problems trigger a vicious cycle where it is difficult to want sex when you feel emotionally distant from your partner, and it is difficult to feel emotionally attached without experiencing sexual intimacy. To get past sexual indifference, couples need to discuss and resolve their emotional issues. So these are some of the main problems in marriage, especially in midlife. We are going to discuss more about in the next video. Let's remember that it takes two people to make this marriage work. If the marriage cannot be fixed because of one or both the spouses no longer wanted to be married, then you need little bit of coaching and counseling to ensure that you bring back the mojo in your marital life. So I'm Vimala Rane. I'm here to help you with all your midlife crisis. Let's sit and talk about it. Everything can be solved if you are guided a little bit. And marriage is a very beautiful institution, though it's a very old institution. It's a very beautiful institution, and especially if you have children, then you have to start taking efforts to make it work for your happiness, for your spouse's happiness, and for your children's happiness. Thanks for watching. I'll come back again with another video with what are the other habits we have, bad habits we have in midlife in the institution called marriage.